So it's always been around. People say the founder, the creator, Joseph Michael Levry for NAAM Yoga, but that's not really true.
Okay.
Because they existed before, but he had the wonderful genius to bring them together and make it practical. You know, what's so great about NAAM Yoga is it's practical. You get results very quickly. And there isn't this dogma. I know I'm wearing white today, but Kundalini cannot really work in this day and age for a lot of reasons. So, you know, I think that's what's really great about what Joseph Michael Levry has done is to make it so practical for this day and age and help people solve the problems of this day and age in a very practical and efficient way.
Okay. So, do you recommend the NAAM Yoga for any kind of social group, like the old, the young, and the very young? I mean, is it for everybody then? Is it for everybody?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would say absolutely. I mean, what's great is that you can really do it for everyone. I mean, obviously, I've taught 2-year-olds. They don't really follow. They're already connected to the source. They're our teachers, you know. They're like flying around, and they're already so happy, and their bodies are like jello mellow. But after like 3, 4, you know, yeah, you can totally, you know, connect with their hearts and become sunflowers and do all this great stuff. And then older people, it's really great too, because we think, oh, you know, I can't do certain things, but that's not true. You know, we have warm-ups. They're so simple. We can always do this.
Okay.
And we can, you know, some of the warm-ups are really, I mean, what's really wonderful is you just appreciate each body part. And simplicity is divinity. And it's a simple system that everyone can do.
Okay. Why light and sound heals? Is there a reason?
That is a great question. And you asked in the beginning, what is NAAM Yoga? And this is a good definition, which I probably should have paused and thought about. But NAAM is the science of sound and light to uplift humanity.
So with light we uplifted.
Yes.
And with sound we uplifted.
Yes. And my teacher often says that sound is the mother of light. He repeats it, and repeats it. You don't really get it. Like, what does that mean? Sound is the mother of light. Or at least I didn't get it. But what you realize is that, say you're down. Say in the morning, I don't want to get up. I'm tired. I have all this stuff to do. I'm stressed out. But I get up and I meditate.
Right.
And I'm making these sounds. Those sounds bring me to light. They bring me to my heart. They bring me to the divine. And it is because I chanted the sounds. There's a science to it. When we say the tongue is like the male and the upper palate is like the female. And when you're chanting, you're making love. And your tongue is having intercourse with the upper palate, and then you're affecting your pineal, your pituitary, what you do is you
feel better.
You feel better, and it's scientific. You're going from the sympathetic nervous system, which is like stress and fight, flight, like in the morning when maybe you have too much on your plate, and then you go to the parasympathetic nervous system, which is like bliss. You're relaxed. So sound is the mother of light. Is literally chant certain sounds for a certain amount of time. It's a science, and you will feel light.
Okay. So, and then you feel good at the end of the class, and then you miss it if you don't do it, I assume. If you don't do it, then you want more of it, and then you do it again.
Yeah.
So is that why you do it again all the time?
Yeah. NAAM is the crack of the yoga world. That's why we wear white. No, I'm sorry if that was really not funny, but yeah, it's a drug of feeling
good.
Awesome.
You feel good.
You feel awesome. You feel awesome. It's more than good.
Okay.
It's better than drugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good then. And how can people get hold of you if they're interested? Just your phone number? Or?
Well, there's a whole NAAM Yoga Association. So depending on where you are, in the Bay Area, we have four.
San Francisco, I'm talking about.
San Francisco, we have 4 instructors: Akiva, myself, Madeline, and Kimberly. So we all have classes.
they call you 917-450-733
So
or something?
we're gonna have a website shortly, and I believe we have a Facebook fan page called NAAM Yoga SF.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, my classes, you can call me at my cell phone, which you mentioned. But it's 917-450-0733. But I'm also going to have a website being made within the
Yoga
next
and
few.
Harmonium?
No, it's actually called Jennifer, which is my first name, and then my last name, dinoia.com. Just so it's easy to remember. And I have the domain name. So it's jenniferdinoia.com. And this guy and girl are designing a really beautiful website for me. I mean, it's simple, but...
So it's your name, Jennifer Dinoia.
.com.
Okay, perfect. So, Jenny, I think you enlightened me about maybe why NAAM Yoga makes you feel good. Because I guess you're a testimony of it, right? You always talk about it like if it really helped you, so people are convinced that they should try it, right? I mean, is that why people try it after you talk to them?
I believe there's a higher reason why people come to NAAM. I mean, the way I came to NAAM was through synchronicity, and I think we're all led by a higher guide.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I don't really need
people are led to it.
I think people are led and drawn to it. I don't try to really sell it. Like someone once told me, like just you smiling and you being happy, that's going to sell it by itself. And the fact that it does bring me so much joy. And I don't like to sell things personally.
Yeah, you just want to be the product. Okay.
Exactly. I mean, that's really true. I mean, you want to be a living testimony that it is very powerful and that, even though we're not perfect, I'm not perfect, I fall, I get back up, that when I do go back to NAAM and that when I do go back to really the teachings and source of everything, there's so much value, truth, and I'm so blessed to have learned it and to be able to share it. And I really do hope that the San Francisco Bay Area community does tap into NAAM, because just the fact that there are even a few teachers here, we're really, really lucky. I mean, Guru NAAM, Joseph Michael Every, is a master. Okay. And the fact that I was able to study and continue to study with him is a true blessing. And to be able to pass on that knowledge is a true gift.
Okay.
So I do hope that to be able to overcome so many things that I've overcome, that I can share that with others, because it's a tool and we should all know about it.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that I learned about it through you. Have done it myself a few times. So I think that it does help you get grounded and more in touch with who you really are, right? That's why you say I am, right? And this way you discover who you are a little bit. So, why don't you tell me what I am means? It means you want to get in touch with who you really are.
I am is so powerful. It's a great question, and I teach it a lot. What does it mean? It means
that I'm enough.
The first I am relates to who you are now, how you see yourself today.
Okay.
And the second I am is all of your totality, all of your possibility.
Okay. So, and then you get in touch with that.
And you do. And who you are in your essence is light.
Okay.
And love. And peace. And pure genius, right? We're raising up the kundalini. That's also part of the NAAM Yoga, is raising up the energy from the base of the spine all the way through, and then we can awaken our true genius. So I am is like, okay, here I am, and then here I am. And it connects you to your purest potentiality.
Okay. Sounds like...
And you've enjoyed it when you've chanted it, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm asking.
I think it does connect you with something that you are. Yeah.
Connects you with what you are, exactly. And what you experienced is exactly the truth. I mean, I could talk for hours, but your experience is more important than anything you read in a book or whatever anyone else tells you. So, exactly, you said it connects you with who you are, and that's how I always feel.
Okay.
I always feel, and it comes, just so you know, it comes from the seed sound, I am. So I am. I have to say that better, but so it's a more simpler version of it for the common person, and it's a
Okay.
great thing for a beginner class because it's a simple mantra, but it comes from a seed sound, I am, and another thing, just in case people want to know where it comes from, it's actually from the Old Testament, and it comes from Moses when he was speaking to God.
Mhm.
And Moses, he's very old, and
Mhm.
he said, God, what do I tell the people when they ask who sent them with these tablets? Or, I'm talking to you in the burning bush. They're going to
Okay.
think I'm wacko. So he tells them, God tells Moses, he says, yo, Moses. No, he says, Moses, tell them,
That I am.
tell them, I am that I am.
I am that I am. Yeah, that's in the movie, isn't it?
Probably. But, who sent them? I am that I am. Yeah, and it's I am that I am.
Me
And
too.
it's very deep. It's like I am that I am. It's like I am that I am. It's a very I am me connected to the greater power of God who is
Nice.
me.
That's nice.
Because there's God in everyone, right?
That's it, right?
That's right. So it's I am that I am, and it connects everyone. There we go. We just found out what it means.
Okay. So it has a very divine nature to it.
Oh yes.
And then because you connected to the divine, you feel uplifted, obviously. What can be higher than the God?
Yeah.
So then because you feel connected to God, then you feel good about yourself.
Oh, see, you're my teacher. And that's what I love about teaching is that students, they teach you so much. Like the little 2-year-olds,
Yeah.
they teach you a lot.
Yeah.
And, it's funny. I'll just say one thing which crossed my mind. Yeah, your students are your teachers, and that's what you said. You connect to the divine, and that's why you feel good.
And what
Because
could be
we're just
higher?
humans.
What
and,
could
and
be higher?
What could be higher? But what are we grateful for? Gratitude is a very big, important concept.
Part of yoga?
Of yoga, of NAAM yoga, of course. And I was teaching these 2-year-olds, and this just came to me. It's like, what are you thankful for today? And they're just like, the doggy.
Little things?
Little, like, doggy. And then they repeat what they hear. My mommy. And then it was just doggy. Like, the whole circle, it was like, doggy. Thankful for doggy. Mommy, doggy, maybe because they rhyme. But, like, okay. You know what? Kids make you laugh. It's simple. You don't have to get so complicated. They're just thankful that there's a doggy.
Oh, okay. They're simple.
They're cute. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. So that's a good way to end this interview on a cheerful note and a happy note from children.
And we need to be like children and get out of our heads into our hearts and see what makes us happy. And if it's a why or your mommy, why not? And for you, you love doing your TV show. I can see you're glowing and you love it.
Yeah.
And for me, teaching NAAM, but whatever is your bliss, like follow your bliss. Like Joseph Campbell said, just follow your bliss.
Okay. Well, Jenny, it has been a super pleasure to have you here, and I hope this will be a compliment to how you explain to people what NAAM Yoga is. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me and allowing me to share NAAM to your viewers.
Thank you very much.
I think it needs editing because I didn't know all the answers.